You know, for centuries, people have always said that we live in uncertain times. And I guess you could say that just about any time of your life. We've always lived in uncertain times, but things are progressing. Some would say slowly, while others would say very quickly. Today I'm going to show you some things that we have done through the years to prepare for uncertain times. What does that mean, uncertain times? Well, people who believe in the Bible would say that we are living in the end times. That is how I feel. I feel that we are living in the end times. But like birth pains that is talked about in the Bible, that is how it can be here in the world among us. It means we could be in the beginning of the end times, or it could be a lot worse than what we think. But for the sake of teaching and sharing with everyone, I'm going to say in general, people would admit that we're living in uncertain times. Uncertain times with other people in the world, uncertain times with the financial systems of the world. There's so much that's happening right now. One of the things I've done was I have a trash can. I burn all of my own paper scraps because that way I don't rely on the trash service. If I couldn't afford trash service or something would happen, I learned to use all of the glass, reuse it over and over again, learn to try not to buy as many plastics and use them, and I burn all of the paper. It's just one thing that we do to prepare for uncertain times. That may sound simple and easy for all of you, but it's just one thing of many things that we built our whole house and our whole property on, getting ready for things when they get bad. Or you ask the question, yes, a lot of our neighbors burn their trash, but we don't burn trash like in trash. We burn paper products. It's basically burning wood. We don't burn things like plastic and junk and trash like that. If I burn anything, it's paper or it's wood. I'm gonna go ahead and put my apron out in my greenhouse because, oh, that's something else that we do to prepare for hard times. Now, maybe I was wrong all along, and I was saying about low income, poor living, poverty. Maybe I should have said how we prepare for uncertain times. It would still get my message across, and it wouldn't sound so dramatic or drastic. Another thing that we do to get ready for hard times, we have greenhouses. And I actually have things planted in my greenhouse right now. We have garlic, and I'm going to be working on some other things. When I put my arm in here, it's probably about 15 degrees cooler. This apron I found, and I'm going to use this as my gardening apron. So I'm going to put it in my greenhouse. I'll give you just a sneak peek of my greenhouse. Not too much because those are other videos, but planting things in a greenhouse. We are working towards getting ready for uncertain times. You don't have to have a farm in order to grow food. Now, what I wouldn't give to have a real adequate greenhouse, but you do with what you got, and this is what I have, and I can plant a lot of things in here, and you'll be surprised. Of course, you see lots of kerosene lamps, potting sheds, because this is where I regrow my seeds. I save my seeds from my garden. My whole property is preparing for hard times. My whole property. I have a huge garden, and I'm really love my garden. So, well, let me just show you what it looks like. Not much to look at right now, but you keep watching my channel, you'll see a lot of neat things. I let things go to seed, so the seeds drop and it grows back. And finally the snow's melted, and now I can start thinking of spring. And this is our 75 foot of grapes. We use these grapes to make grape juice. And canning grapes for grape juice is preparing us for hard times, because that's liquid. That's like canning water in case you don't have any. I'm really excited about this year, because this is my berry patch, and I am hoping that they do well, because I'm promised this year I'll get some berries from it. I need to do some work here, and I need to get another one of these netting things, but growing my own berries and fruit, that would be a lot of fun. Just another thing we're doing. There's our property. It's not just a regular property. There's a lot of things that are going on right now that makes us a little bit different than others. The biggest things you're going to see is we have solar. And that's how we prepare for uncertain times, because we are generating our own renewable energy by using the power of the sun. Now, these things didn't happen overnight. It took us 14 years to get to where we're at. Everything that we do in life is preparing us for uncertain times. Do we dwell on it? No. Do we think about it a lot? Not really, but it's just little things that we've done our whole 14 years being here to make us more self-sufficient. Of course, we're not totally going to ever be self-sufficient, and I really don't want to be, but if I had to learn to live without electricity, without the modern conveniences, I could easily do that. So we have solar here. And then, of course, you can't hide the fact that we have pipes coming out of our front door. Now, this isn't our only front door. We have other front doors. This door was not ever being used, and we have a wood stove. This has been the best decision that we have ever made when it comes to our homestead, because this heats our home without any electricity, and wood is something that we can get pretty cheap, and we can even get some of it free, as you've seen in our videos. So the wood burning stove is a good idea. But let me show you some other things. It's the little things that make things big. There are many things that we do to get ourselves ready and keep getting ready. It's not something that you do once and let it go. It's something that you do every day. Our whole life system is based on living without and learning how to do things for ourselves. It's different things that we do. My home looks a little different. Although this isn't very pretty, this is how my life runs with solar units. I have many videos on my solar units. The little ones run my light that I can film. Various small units do small things. And then we have one major unit that always is charged in case we needed it for like refrigerators and things like that. These small units work on small things like lights, phones, and things like that. We don't have any big off-grid systems. That would be thousands of dollars. We do little things, like we keep stored water on hand. We always keep a bunch of cases of water on hand as well. And we keep food on hand too. Although I don't can as much as I used to, I still can enough that we have a year's supply of food. And that really helps. So what I'm doing here is putting the new stock down so I can put the old stock on top. it's no different than a grocery store. Make sure your older food is in the front and the newer food is in the back. Getting ready or keeping prepared for hard times means different things to different people. Some people who live in the out west are worried about tornadoes and things like that, so they're always prepared for that. Here in the Northeast, we can get huge snowstorms. Civil unrest and wars and rumors of wars, all of these things help keep us prepared in mind. Survival and prepping can mean different to different people. I am not a doomsday prepper, but yet I do prep. And maybe I should get back into sharing more of my videos of prepping with all of you. That's something that's really dear to my heart. I've always been that way. And I like to stock up. I still stock up on things that I absolutely need and use. Beans and rice and flour, since I do a lot of my own baking. These things I'd still stock up on. You can be a prepper and not be a doomsday prepper. And of course, I'm having so much fun in sharing these videos with all of you. For years, we lived without adequate plumbing. And what saved me was this rain barrel. And let me tell you what, I have two of them. The other one is out of commission right now, and I'm working on fixing it. But this here is a lifesaver. This here is my rain barrel, and I use this a lot of times. I even washed dishes, even bathed using this. There was a day, well, it was like almost a week, we didn't have any electricity. That was years ago. Due to a negligence of a neighbor, we went a couple days without electricity. But this kept the toilets flushed and kept water running, and I love it. So if I can store 100 gallons of water at all times, that's 100 gallons of water that will help sustain us for a long time. Here living in Pennsylvania, we usually get a good amount of rain all year round. So we're not really in the, Arab places where it's desert, like in places like Arizona or something like that. We tend to get enough of rain. So this is amazing for us. Now I show you another thing. We can cook outdoors. We have an outdoor oven. We have an outdoor little fire pit. We can do all of that. So we don't need electricity to cook food. It's just everyday little things that we've done here, really. And once we get our chickens back, well then we're set. They say eggs is the perfect food. They say you can live on an egg. And I believe it. But everything we have is solar. And it just makes things so much easier, preparing for uncertain times. Whether you think it's uncertain now or not, things are just not as easy as they used to be. everyone. Today we are going to look at the solar pathway lights. Now it says dual color, temperature, maximum 50 LM, and let's go ahead and see what they look like. It is a set of 4 of them. I'm going to show you what they look like out of the box, and then of course I'm going to show you how we install them, and then show you what they look like at night. All right, these are heavy duty. These are beautiful. They are heavy duty. It feels like it's made with glass. This is the top. Each one you're gonna have to open it up and you're gonna remove the little sticker. Very pretty. And you're gonna put them back in like this. And then this is the stake, which is self-explanatory. One end goes this way and the other end goes like this. Very, very, very pretty. Absolutely love them. They are my ultimate favorite. Of all the ones that I have reviewed, these are my favorite. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put them all together, and then we'll go outside and we'll put the placement, and then I'll show you what they look like at night. If you look here at the settings, you can have it brighter or dimmer, and you can have it the cool white or the warm touch. And I like the warm. And we make sure I have the same setting in all of them.